Hello everyone, Alex back once again, but today I am not going to be doing a part of One Piece or a new game or a new Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile or anything. Today I just wanted to take time to show you guys a idea for a video game I have. And if it's something that you're not interested, fair enough. I always got the notion that my ideas are doomed to fail to begin with. So, not to get into that, but let's get into what we actually got here today. So, alright. So, this is the main character of the game. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit there. Alright, here we go. Okay, so in case you're wondering, he is wearing a full body suit. The suit itself is composed out of dragon scales, which is a material harder and stronger than... Wait, did I say harder? What is wrong with me today? I can't talk. So anyway, the suit itself, composed out of dragon scales, it is harder and lighter than titanium. Obviously, every fictional universe needs that. But the wings themselves are actually his own. They're not part of the suit or anything like that. And he does have a sword, which I think would suit him good. And that kanji on his right leg is the kanji for fire, and he is the main. So there's that. His name is Draco, which is his dragon name, but his human name is actually Damien. And you're probably thinking like, wait, dragon name and human name? Well, that's because he's half dragon, half human. But I'll get to that. Later. Next up, we have the water character. See that kanji on his belt thing? Yeah, that's water. And if you're thinking Aquaman because of the train, get out of my sight. He sucks already. Though I do like the fins he has going on. I think that kind of emphasizes the water thing. So as for his names, his dragon name is Leviathan, because what else can you really call a water dragon? And his human name is Jackson. Or just Jax. G-A-X-X. Moving on. You have the Earth character, which is emphasized on his left shoulder. So basically what he can do... Alright, so basically what all these characters can do is that they can manipulate their own elements. So Draco can manipulate fire, Leviathan can manipulate water, and Grotto, which is the dragon name of this guy right here, can manipulate earth and crystal, because crystal is part of the earth. But as for his human name, I'm still debating on myself there, but I'm thinking of just calling him... scratch that, never mind, I got no idea what to call him. And next is where the chain meter picks up. This is the Wind character. And if you're thinking, Hey, she looks kind of familiar. Well, then you'd be right. I actually had to use some already existing characters as bases for all these guys, but they don't have the same personality or anything like that. So yeah, she can obviously manipulate wind currents. So there's that. I'm thinking of calling her dragon name Wenora or something like that. If you have any names for these guys, please let me know in the comments down below. That is very, very appreciative. Alright. Moving on, we have the thunder character. We have the lightning character. And basically she's wielding shock batons, in case you're wondering about those things. And for all you anime enthusiasts, I based her off of Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail, because I thought she would be the perfect basis for this, you know, because Urza is very prideful. She doesn't take anything from anyone. I mean, like wise guy remarks and, you know, stuff like that. And she can conjure lightning, basically. And the names for her human name is Diana, and her dragon name is called Thundera, which is thunder with an A at the end. And here we have the ice character. And yes, I know. I made her like this for a reason. Okay, just shut up. All right. She is ice because of that. Because not only the kanji on her boots, but also the snowflake spear, which I think kind of helped. Kind of thinking of maybe I should call her Glacia for her dragon name. Yeah. I'm gonna stay with Glacia for now. It sounds cool. And next we have Forest, and I basically made her the timid character because, like, I don't want everyone in this to feel like an utter awesome person. Like I'm trying really hard not to swear right now because yeah, whatever. I don't really have a name for her yet, but like I said earlier, just if you have any name suggestions, leave them down in the comments. Thanks. And now we have one of the funny characters that I myself like to make fun of, which is basically just a cross between Captain America, Batman, and Cyclops. I'm probably thinking Cyclops. What? Because of the visor on him. He is the youngest out of all of them, but he is also pretty. Wait, actually, hang on. Do I want to make him the youngest? I don't know. Anyway, hello. Sorry about that. The lights went off. I don't know what to do about that. What the heck? Okay, never mind then. So basically, he has a super mind. He can basically just think of Captain America, except he can also manipulate metal, kind of like Toph from Avatar. Just an Earth character. Finally, next is one of my personal favorite looking characters, Poison. And you can probably see Poison because he has skulls for shoulder pads, teeth for his like robe, decaying wings. Think I did a too good job. Man, what can you do? Next is insects, and she is also based off of another character, so you don't have to keep calling. So you don't have to keep saying that. Oh my God, you based this character off of blah blah blah. Don't rip off. No. Get out of here with that. Next is shadows, which at first one of my friends I said it looks like some guy from Tokyo Ghoul, and now I think about it, that's ghoulishly cool. If you know the reference, 10 points to you. But I also kind of based his look off of the Ben 10 Alien Ghost Streak, in case you ever saw the original Ben 10. Good show. Next is Beasts. And actually I based this guy off of Super Saiyan 4 from Dragon Ball Z, or not Z, what am I talking about? GT. And people didn't really get that a whole lot. Oh well. In case you're wondering about the wings, I actually wanted to make them eagle wings, but unfortunately I suck at drawing feathers, so I had to go with, standard bat dragon wings. Oh. Next, we have Alchemy. And this kind of took me the longest to make because, well, it was mainly because of her clothing, her book, her vial, her hairstyle for one thing, and also the eyes and the glasses, and also the belt buckle right there, and the pendant she has around her neck. But whatever. In fact, my dad, when I showed him this, was like, I think he kind of was like, you kind of took away the elegance a bit with the glasses. But I'm like, seriously? But that's over another time. Next is one of my lazier characters, Greed. And yep, he's definitely greedy because he's got pearl necklaces in his hand, coins. Dude's even got gemstones around him. His head crest, his shoulders, his boots, his belt buckle, his chest, even his wings. Oh, actually, you may be noticing that there's sharp edges right there. Well, that's because with the wings, they actually create light if you were to shine something through a prism. Think of it like that. Anyway, next is one of the awesome looking characters, a cyborg based off of Mechagodzilla and Genos from One Punch Man. One Punch Man is an awesome anime. It really is. Anyway, so maybe wondering what this thing is. Well, that's his chest plate. It opens up and a laser can fire out of there. But I really like the head I did there. I think I did a good job on that one. But the body doesn't look too bad either. That's awesome. Next is one that really ticked off one of my friends, Lust. And yes, she's based off of Morgan, so don't ask about that, alright? Alright, when I had the idea for Lust, succubus immediately jumped to mind because that's the kind of demons they are. So I'm like, why the hell not? You know? Okay, so next up is a side. Alright, so next up is a character I decided to do later on. I'm probably thinking, wait a second, is that a Spartan helmet and Spartan armor? So sue me, alright? So you're probably asking yourselves just what in God's name is up with this writing on her chest plate? Well, that is actually the dragon language, and it means dragon marksman. You know, so just in case you're curious about that, and probably thinking, why exactly Spartan armor? Why not? But actually, I do have a name for her. Alright, so she is one of Draco's sisters. And her name is Deanne. No, not Diana, Deanne. Difference there. Alright, so that's gonna about do it for this video. I do have one more character in the works for now, but I'm still working with her, how she looks, what her hairstyle is gonna be, and all that. So you just have to see until I decide to make her, finish her. Anyway, that's all I got for today. So see you next time. Or God, that sounds so cheesy.